Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Yeah, it's not looking too bad for the bulls. The third wave hasn't quite reached my next target, but we are nearly there. What we can do in this video together, we can just tidy up here this target zone, which has been reached. But if you followed the last videos, then you know that the third wave should ideally reach 2868. Well, higher is always possible. To be fair, if we really looked into the microstructure, it does look as if it needs an additional internal 4-5 pattern to complete, but it's not absolutely necessary because this move up could also be counted differently as a diagonal. But if we are counting it as an impulse, but even that is a 3-wave move, so no, we'll just leave it as it is. I mean, It could be considered a diagonal, to be fair. I could say this is a wave 1 and A, B, C in wave 2. Or even, no, that's not even diagonal. Okay, so we'll leave it as it is. I think we can justify the interpretation of an impulse because we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's possible. It's a bit messy anyway, these microstructures on these altcoin charts, yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily try to understand every single little wave. The problem is here, you know, if I call that a 1-2 setup down here, this is 3 waves up. So it rather lends itself to the interpretation of a diagonal. But let's not interpret too much here, because these microstructures, we know that when we're dealing with altcoins, they are often ugly, and we don't want to do, let's say, micro counting when it actually might lead us the wrong way. So my idea is, this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2. What we want to see is that the third wave reaches the 1.38 extension. It clearly does respect the fib levels, so we are on the right track because it reached the 1.236 extension and finds some resistance there at $27.60. If now a pullback occurs, it could be wave 4, but we need to adjust the support region accordingly. Support is between $23.46 and $25.66 for a wave 4. And then from there, a 5th wave could still unfold. And first of all, however, the third wave needs to give us a clear top. Because, you know, if the price goes a little higher in the third wave, I will adjust the support area accordingly, possibly then from $23.46 to $23.80. That's not much, but it's still relevant, okay? Because in any pullback, if the price now breaks below the 50% fib level and sustains there, it would indicate weakness and it would indicate that this is breaking down. So far, the third wave hasn't reached minimum target. No. You could say the bare minimum. I mean, the 1.236 extension at $27.59 can be considered really minimum, but yeah, I don't really like that third wave, you know, if it's only the 1.236 extension. It's just unreliable. I've seen so many patterns fail when the third wave didn't get to the 1.38 extension. Very, very important. So that's what we are watching for. Yeah? Support is clear at the moment. I have no indication a top is in. I think if we start to see impulsive movement below the last swing low, $26.20, it could indicate the fourth wave has started. It would unfold as most likely, it can also be a triangle, but it might simply be an ABC structure here, which again hasn't clearly started. The A wave is often quite rapid. And so yeah, that's how the fourth wave would unfold, and the fifth wave should then take us 1 or 2 fib levels higher than the third wave ended. Once we get all these 5 waves complete, but we're not there yet. Yeah? So whenever these 5 waves are completed, we can add the next support region for a pullback. And really we only really get clear probabilities once we have a 5-wave move complete, because then we can be bullish. Now it's okay, we are watching for it. We could even trade at the parameters that the roadmap gives us, but we shouldn't be surprised at this stage if support levels still break, because a 3-wave rally can always be, even though it's too large, even though that rally is too large to be part of the immediate downtrend, it still hasn't given us a series of higher highs and higher lows yet on a relevant time frame, and it still isn't a 5-wave move up, so it's still quite ambiguous, even though the size of the rally clearly means we follow the white count or a 5-wave pattern. That's the update about AVAX. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.